points. I think it is that kind of lead for Craig Watson.
Yeah, well, you're really looking for a knockout from Matthew Hatton to turn this around, and no signs that he has the power to achieve that.
Well, they've told Craig Watson in that corner basically to stay out of trouble, use his footwork and low risk, get the gloves up, and he hasn't done that, and Hatton's got him there with a right hand. I mean, Matthew Hatton's problem in this position is exactly as you just said, Jim. He's not really got a knockout punch.
Yeah, and I think in the early stages it was too predictable in his methods, walking straight forward with his hands up as though he was going to grind Watson down. It wasn't happening, and it's never looked like happening.
And from that point, he's always had to chase the fight, hasn't he? It was a hard fight to pick going in this, but the majority opinion seemed to be that maybe Matthew Hatton's experience would carry the day. That hasn't been the story.
Well, what stood out to me was that the Alan Mbembe result on Watson's record, but I still thought lack of experience would maybe have a toll on this, but it hasn't happened. He's boxed beautifully all the way through. He's coasting a little bit now. I mean, his corner have put it in his head that he's winning the fight. Just don't let disaster occur. And that's what's reflected in his boxing in the last round here.
Still doing enough though, isn't he, in this? He's boxing quite smoothly still. Certainly not letting Matthew Hatton build up any kind of head of steam at all.
Well, Hatton's been told he needs something dramatic, but we're not seeing it. Doesn't look as though he has it in him.
Well, unless the judges are seeing something very different to what we've been watching here, Craig Watson is surely on his way here to a very big win. Barring, of course, something in this last minute from Hatton. There was a good left hand there. I think he's got power in that left hand, Craig Watson, and Matthew Hatton walked onto that there. Craig Watson found a couple of good punches. I think he's winning this last round too.
Watson is counter-punching, but the quality punches are coming from him. He's picking them beautifully. He's knocking Hatton's head back with the shots. If you want to win on the back foot, you have to make it obvious that's what you're doing, and I think Watson's doing that in this round. Picking them beautifully, just setting himself, letting them go.
Confidence about Craig Watson, who's nearly there now. What is it? Last 20 seconds of the fight. And one of the reasons Hatton really hasn't been able to perform is that Watson has just been too good, too fast, too intense.
Yeah, and I think he's shown a maturity away beyond his years and his experience. Still pushing it at the end up. Tremendous battle. It is over.
They both raise their arms aloft, but there's no celebration going on there among the Hatton family at ringside. They've been around this business long enough to know what they're looking at here, but we do have to wait for confirmation. That's what our fight computer tells us, that Hatton threw 261, Watson getting on for 3 times as many. He landed significantly more. Better punch economy from Matthew Hatton, but Watson was very good there tonight.
Well, Hatton came out in the early rounds far too predictable, just marching forward with his hands up, whereas Watson was letting clusters of punches go, prepared to take the fight by the scruff of the neck. That was a little incident with the referee mix-up there. And then Watson again, at long range, he always seemed to have the measure of Hatton. The body shots were good, always prepared to throw 2, 3 and 4 punches. Hatton started coming back, started getting his own shots off, but he didn't have the power to get Watson. Tremendous battle, tremendous performance all the way through, and I have Craig Watson a 5-point winner. I have it 117-112.
I've got it by a point further than that as well. There's Jim's scorecard, confirmed for you, 117-112. I have it by 6 points to Watson. But what other 3 judges have it? Michael Buffer is about to tell us.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Mickey Van scores at 116-112. Howard Foster, 117-112. and Victor Loughlin 118 to 111. All to the winner by unanimous decision, and still Commonwealth welterweight champion Craig Watson.
No doubt about it, the judges got it right. It's a great win tonight for Craig Watson by 5 points, 7 points and 4 points on the 3 judges' scorecards. He was excellent tonight.
Great night for Craig Watson. Disappointing night so far for the Hatton family, Johnny Nelson.
Yeah, well, Watson was just too much of a handful for Matthew. No, Matthew just kept at the same pace all the way through the fight. He couldn't change his style of fight. You can tell on the face. You could tell before they even announced the decision. The family knew the boy was outgunned. He was out-hustled in that fight.
For you, will that have an effect on Ricky Hatton behind the scenes?
I could well do. They're a very, very close family, and they care for each other deeply. And it may well. I don't think so. I think Ricky is so focused on what he's done. He's such a professional. They both are. They train like world champions, and I don't think so.
Glenn McCrory.